Seems like after every game, the Niners you lose a key starter or two, and yesterday's game was no different. Uh, Unfortunate news, it looks like the 49ers are going to be out without Deebo Samuel and Jeff Wilson Jr. for some time. Deebo, he's going to miss at least the next two games with a hamstring strain. That's what Kyle Shanahan said, and it's unfortunate because he's a really important part of our offense, and these next two games are crucial to our schedule, especially going against Seattle. But we're not going to have him, and we're going to have to make do with what we got, which ain't much. And then as far as Jeff Wilson Jr. goes, he has a high ankle sprain. No damage was reported in the MRI, but he's going to miss at least a month. So the hits keep coming. I'm trying to stay optimistic. I know some of the tone that I give off in my videos are kind of negative, and that's just because there's not always a lot of good news to report. This game was an unbelievable victory, and it showed what we could be if firing on all cylinders. You know, you look at our offense and you think, man, what we could be if we had a quarterback who had some power behind his arm, you know, and an ability to scramble and get away from guys. I love Jimmy to death, but, you know, I just feel like the Niners could definitely use a change at quarterback at some point in the future. Who knows if that's going to happen? You just see the way the league is going right now and the type of quarterbacks are successful, and it's guys who can move and guys who have some power behind their arm. And Jimmy has neither of those. So who knows? Maybe he can turn it around and become the guy we always thought he could be. But at this point, I feel like we've had a big enough sample size. He is a winner, though, I will say that. But there's a lot of factors that go into that, you know, the running game, the defense, those kind of things. There's been reports that the Cowboys have put Everson Griffin on the trading block, and I know a lot of Niners fans are thinking that we should try to make a play for him. He's just the kind of guy we need. I wouldn't hold your breath. The Niners don't have any cap space, and there's just no way they would make a move like that at this point. Plus, I mean, he's not really playing lights out anyways at this point, so what are you willing to give up in a trade? You're not going to give up a first, second, third, or fourth. You know, you need all those picks with the upcoming draft. We need to supplement a roster with cheaper, younger, more talented players. So I don't see it happening, especially when you got guys like Cameron Wake and Clay Matthews still out there on the cheap. But who knows? Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't foresee myself being wrong, but I just don't think like something like that's going to happen. It'll be interesting to see what the Niners do with their receiving core. They're really, really hurting. Richie James is dinged up as well. There is the report that Dante Pettis was put on the trading block. Nothing's really changed on that front, even though the Niners are in need of wide receiver. You're not going to get anything for him. The Niners have put nothing on tape this year and most of last year to have any value whatsoever with the guy. So if they're looking to trade him, they're not going to get much for him. So I have a feeling they're going to end up keeping him on this roster. I could be wrong, though, but I just don't see him having any value. And now with the numbers game and receiver, with all the injuries, I don't see him going anywhere. So unfortunate for us. We got to put up with him. But that's pretty much it on the injury front. It looks like both safeties will return to their starting jobs next week with Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tartt, which is good news. Seattle's going to be missing some players too, but the Niners are really, really thin now. They can't lose anybody else. They need to make sure that they can get through a game with Ayuk and Kittle healthy. Looks like the Niners are hoping that they get some help back in the backfield this week. There's a hope that Tevin Coleman returns. We can really use him right now. Looks like the running backs would be Jerick McKinnon, Tevin Coleman, and JaMycal Hasty. So it's really getting thin, guys. We can't absorb any more injuries. Every game is we lose a starter, it seems like, or two. And it seems like every week it's this way. Almost 20 guys on IR right now, which is unheard of. I really think that there is something really wrong with this strength and conditioning staff. I feel like these players are not properly prepared with their bodies. The league has a lot of injuries, yes, but the amount of injuries that the Niners have with the same type of injuries, it's a cause for concern. Hopefully the Niners make a move and maybe replace that staff again. Like I said, they're ex-NHL staff. I don't know how the NHL and the NFL translate. I just think it was a bad move hiring them. There's a lot of factors that go into it with the offseason being the way that it is, and just the way that training camp was really nothing more than some practices and stuff. So we'll see what's going to happen going forward. I would hope that they would at least look into changing staffs, but there's no guarantee that's even going to happen. But yeah, the Niners are just, you pray every game you watch that someone doesn't go down, and unfortunately every game someone or someone's go down. So we will see going forward. We'll see if we can stop this bleeding while it's still controllable, and hopefully get through the second half of this year with guys coming back and hopefully make a run for it. So, all right, guys, I will talk to everybody later. I hope everybody has a safe and healthy day, night, evening, morning, whatever. And I will talk to you guys on the flip side. See ya.